Lee, thank you so much for agreeing to sit down and do this interview. And also thank you for just throwing your hat in the ring and being willing to run for this position. It's the first time that this position is being voted on. In fact, it was the first time it's a brand new thing for Texas. And so I just want people to be able to get to know who you are a little bit and put a face with the name. And so can you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'll try to do a mini bio. So my name is Lee Henderson. I'm from Fort Worth. Grew up went to All Saints on the West Side and Arlington Heights High School graduate. University of Texas at Dallas, computer science. Moved down to Houston after that and was employed in a new media firm, what we call a digital firm these days, for I think it was 3.5 or so years. And then I came back up and moved back to Fort Worth when I was commuting to Irving on the roads before they were tollways at all, that you could bypass all the traffic. And I did that commute for 8+ years. Then I decided to jump in and be into the campaigns world, public policy and government affairs advocacy. And for a while, I was a consultant. I had clients, and I've been on staff at the same firm now for 8 years that works on issue advocacy themselves.
How about that?
So I got 2 daughters. They're 22. They turned 22 last Wednesday. They're both here in college locally. They started in 2020, so they decided not to go away to college as planned.
Very good. Well, so I mentioned this is a brand new position, brand new election, first time that the public has had the opportunity to vote for a TAD board of directors. So when you saw that this was this position was created, what motivated you to throw your hat in the ring and decide to run?
So first of all, this happened because the second special session of last year's state legislative session, there was a big bipartisan property tax reform bill. The voters had to vote on it in November to create these offices in the first place. I'm an election judge. I've been an election judge for 14 years. I figure that's a part of my serving and giving back. It is paid, but it's not paid a lot. And it's a long day to have to serve. And it can be stressful too. I saw the bill was being drafted and proposed and then passed into law. I thought, oh, that's so cool. I bet we'll have a good crop of candidates, some people interested in this brand new countywide office. And I was interested in that sort of thing anyway. Wanted to see if I could have my firm, where I have a few people that are an LLC that do this work. I don't need to do it in a day job because I have a day job. If they could get the business to have some clients that are running for this, maybe have a slate of good people. I only work to elect good people office. That is the point in doing it. My daughters would give me absolute hell if I were to do anything else. I'm accountable to them, number one.
I understand.
I was talking with a lot of folks, mostly former elected officials in the area, about their interest in running and serving again. We got a lot of, maybe I'm going to talk with my husband and my wife. A lot of maybe. All the way up to the filing deadline. A lot of maybe. Like you have to file today or you cannot run. And one of the folks that I was working with, who was one of my endorsers, said, no, you got to run, Lee, and I'm going to support you, and all of my friends are going to support you. And so there I am, running for office again.
How about that?
Again, my arm twisted to serve. I did run in Fort Worth City Council, District number 7 in 2021. I came in third. I got together with the eventual winner, who came in second, and we got him elected over the first place finisher. So runoffs can be very different outcomes. This election can go to a runoff because there are a total of 3 candidates running in place 3.
Gotcha. Very good. Well, if you're elected or when you're elected, what do you hope to accomplish on the board?
Well, so, I mean, if people have been watching the news, hopefully they've seen that there is a lot of scandal involved with the Tarrant Appraisal District. That you were involved a little bit in uncovering and being the subject of some abuse of power. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of trying to fight for my professional license because the government officials said, I didn't like you. It was very strange to see that. It's kind of So that's no good. And I think people have been engaged in watching over a while now that has had problems that had not been addressed. I mean, we saw the valuation notices that were delayed going out. I think it was 2 years ago. I don't even know when to expect them anymore. That's supposed to be beginning of April, into March. Do you have your notice? I don't have my notice. It's not in the mail. So there's issues. That's just the first one. I was like, why am I paying attention to it in the first place? I think the taxing units deserve better service. The residents and the taxpayers renters deserve better service. Their rents are affected by the property taxes that their landlords pay. Commercial office building, same. Business personal property tax, all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people don't think about those last few. You're right.
Well, I was a CFO for 8.5 years in manufacturing and high-tech telecom. So I definitely think about the personal property tax, business property tax, and the abatements that you can get from taxing units as well, like a school or city economic development deals. Mm-hmm.
Well, so this position is unique. You know, they've got the board of directors has these 3 new positions, and the unique thing about these 3 positions is that they are elected by the people, and you are being elected to be the taxpayer representative.
Yeah.
All the other board members are they're appointed by other government officials, and so they are there to represent, or they're appointed by taxing entities.
Right.
And so, what is your and this may be a little bit of a repeat of what you've already said, and so, but I just want to ask you specifically: is there anything that you plan to do to represent the taxpayers?
Oh yeah,
uniquely.
Absolutely. And this is where my campaign team is going to make me do this on camera, because they want me to be the taxpayer appraisal watchdog and do a really weird face where I go, I'll growl like a dog. I mean, I'll get special credit for having done that for the team. But yeah, I mean, the thing is that the biennial reappraisal plan, the approval of contracts with outside firms that can help Tarrant Appraisal District do a better job of servicing the people that pay for their salaries. So, I mean, it's the hiring and firing of the chief appraiser. Certainly the hopefully close relationship we build with that staff, and partner for improvement rather than somebody just wants to go run to the press and cause a scandal. Or to the state licensing board, it's none of that. So I think you can engage with the public, the taxpayers. I've already talked to folks that have had protest intimidation that has occurred. And one lady who was a former locomotive engineer, retired. She was involved in her union, so she's a tough cookie. And she went in there to do her protest, and she was awake for like 3 hours past her appointment. It got to be lunchtime. They told her, "We're going to take a lunch break. Please be back." Well, they did not. They kept on, and they called her case while she was out of the building at McDonald's down the street. Had to go back, had to argue for her right to be heard for her protest. And she did win that argument. But that's pretty good intimidation that a lot of people are not going to put up with it. They're just going to go home and figure it out somewhere else.
So how do you want the Tarrant Appraisal District to be run?
So I think what the taxpayers deserve here, and the residents or renters, they deserve it to be fair, equitable, and transparent. And they can trust me to be accountable, responsible, professional. I have board service in my experience. I have executive experience. I have public policy experience. I can get the job done. I can bring people together, and I have a history of doing it. I have a bipartisan endorsement list.
Very good. Well, I want to be able to give people a way to learn more about you. Is there a website or a place they can go to?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So my website is leehenderson.org. You can Google Lee Henderson for Tarrant Appraisal. That's certainly going to come up. There's Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else out there, but that's it.
Very good. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say before we shut it down? I feel like you've covered quite a bit here, but just want
there's a slate of people that the county judge has run, and he has endorsed them last week. The chair of the TAD is his campaign treasurer. That's a pretty close association with the county judge. I expect that he will probably open up a super PAC to get his 3 chosen candidates that were agreed to run. But I don't know. But as I told another interview this weekend, I might just write a big check myself.
How about
And
that?
make sure that I'm not beholden to anyone. Represent the people that way.
Gotcha. Very good. Well, Lee, I truly appreciate the time you spent, and I want to thank you again for being willing to run, and I wish you the best of luck.
All right. Thank you, Chandler.
Yes, sir.